Okay guys, so when it comes to plotting in Matplotlib, we want to make sure we have the Matplotlib library imported. We also want to import NumPy as well, which we'll see later how it's going to be used. So when we're plotting the scatter plot, the first thing we want to do is make sure we actually put plt.scatter for the actual scatter plot, and then we're going to do x for the x values, y for the y values, and we'll call it something like, let's call it data points. So there we go, data points. And now we need to make sure we do the x-axis, so we have to actually give the x-axis a label. We'll just call it x. We'll do the same for the y-axis, so plot.y label, y. And now we have to, every time we do a plot in Matplotlib, it's very important that we do plot.show. So let's see what this comes up with. We'll run it, and then there we go. So we've got a basic plot, x for the x-axis, y for the y. And you'll see, as I'm moving around, you can see the actual x and y changing. You can also move around with this button and change the actual axis and zoom in on a particular point if you want. You see now we're actually closer there, and we can still move around there. Anyway, now if you want to plot a regression line so we can make some predictions, what we need to do is we need to start with coefficients. That's what we're going to call it, coefficients. I mean, it's not a great spelling, but we'll go forward anyway. mp.polyfit, and then x, y for the x and y labels. And now what we need one. It's a first degree polynomial. It's y equals mx plus c, so it's a first degree one. And now what we also need is, we'll use polynomial is equal to np.poly1d. What's that? Poly1d. And we're going to do coefficients. It's already there. And now what we want to do, we want to get the actual sequence of x values for the regression line ready. So we're going to do, just down here, we'll do an x regression values equals np dot line space between the minimum x value and the maximum x value. So you can see there the minimum and max one. And now if we go along, we can do it for 100 points, iterate 100 points between that. And now all we have to do now is generate the actual corresponding y value. So we can do the same thing, y regression equals p x regression. And then if we go down, we can do the same. We can do plot dot for the same thing, plt dot plot, and we can do the regression values for x, the y regression values, and then the color. We'll give it a color of red, and then we can also give the label, regression line. We'll go with. There we go, regression line. And now let's plot a legend as well, so we can see the actual labels. plt.legend, so you can see the actual labels. I'll show you that once I plot it. So once I plot this, you'll see now the actual regression lines there. It's not great. It's not a very high R value, to be honest. But it's not gonna be a near one, the R value, which I'll get into next time. But you can see the legend there. We've got data points and we've got regression line, and it's obviously finding the correlation between that.